Hello, this is Annalisa from Faith Dream Create, and welcome back to my channel. You are watching my fall card series for 2023, and in today's video I'm going to be making 3 Halloween cards for you using the Holtz die set called Hip Haunts. So this die set features 4 characters: a mummy, Dracula, a pumpkin, and a cat. I will show you the image that comes with the die set here in a little bit so you can get an idea of what characters and how they look and how you could use this die set yourself. But first, I'm just using my Sizzix Sidekick to cut out the details and die cut the fun elements. So for the cards today, I'm using the pumpkin and the kitty. When I saw this die set, I definitely wanted to go ahead and pick it up because if you've been following me for a while, you would know that my kids love cats and I'm always doing projects with cats for them, and I have some friends who like cats as well, so I love to do kitty themed projects. So yeah, I use the kitty and the pumpkin, so you'll see that as we go along. This die set is actually on sale over at Amazon Canada. It is $15.29 and I paid $26 for it when I picked it up. So if you are in Canada, definitely go pick this up if you are on the market for it. And I do not know what the price is in the States on Amazon Canada, but yes, it is on sale. So if you like this one, you can pick it up. So there is the images that come with the die that you can create. You can definitely switch it up. You're going to see me switch it up a little bit too. I switch up the cat a little bit here and there, but right now I'm just adding some ink to the different elements of the pumpkin just to make the extra pieces that you glue on to bring in dimension, to give a little bit more variation. And I was adding a Rusty Hinge Distress Oxide ink, so I was kind of going with this pumpkin has been sitting in the pumpkin patch and it is a little bit dirty, maybe it's a little bit scratched up, but that pumpkin patch dirt feel. So was doing that. Now I'm adhering the kitty, so I only go ahead and show you one of the cats and the assembly of the pumpkin. I did the other cat off camera because it is very repetitive and I didn't feel like you needed to watch that. But Holtz dies are very, very detailed and they can be overwhelming. But you have the guide here and you're going to definitely switch it up, make it your own, change the colors. That's the fun thing about the dies. You don't have to stick to the sample that comes with the die. You can switch up the colors, switch up the pieces. There's so many different elements in this set. There's several different like glasses, and you can change up the colors of the glasses. You could put the looking glass from the Dracula, you could put that onto the kitty, you could put that on to the pumpkin. You can imagine whatever you want with this and change it up. Yes, there's a lot to it, but it's worth it in the end, and it's really fun to just relax and slowly put the pieces together. You can also add in the ink to do that. You can also just cut everything in white and ink blend all of the pieces, or you can take your markers and color the pieces that way. There's so many different ways to go about doing this, and I am using Barely Art glue to assemble everything, and I'll have all of the supplies linked down below that I can. I'm not sure if this die is available at Simon Says Stamp and scrapbook.com. I'm not sure if it's one that's still in the mix or if it's just like you can find it at your local store and or on Amazon, but I will link to it down below if I can, and I'll link to the other supplies that I'm using as well. And then I'm just adding in some detail with the Sakura white jelly roll pen, adding some white for the eyes and just some highlights here and there. And then I will go ahead and add in a few more details. So I'm adding in the bow tie, and I'm using one of my Spectrum markers to add in some detail on there to make the bow tie pop, and then adding some more highlights in with the white pen. And here is the kitty, and now I'm going to go ahead and assemble the pumpkin. Getting this all together. I think it would be fun to layer this one with different colors too, like maybe do a brown in the background so you get that like more of a, this pumpkin has been sitting in the pumpkin patch for a while, it's got dirt on it, or maybe switching it up so that you have like a darker orange and like a lighter orange in the front on the details. I'm not really sure. Or just literally adding more dimension, like putting some foam tape in behind there, I think would look really, really cool. Or maybe just adding layers of paper to just bring the pumpkin more to life, make it more 3D. I think that would be really fun to experiment with. I just love how this face comes together on here. It just brings the whole fun pumpkin to life. You could definitely just make pumpkins as well and not put the face on it, but the face is so fun. And then the glasses, it's just, yeah, it's fun. So fun. So all of the dies that I'm using are die cutted and put together, and now I'm just going ahead and creating my card bases. So I'm just going to be using some Distress Oxide inks and blending a circle here on the card base, and then putting the finished die cuts down on this circle. So I'm using the Barely Art glue to do that, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my Dymo tape label maker to create some cool sentiments for this. So with the Tim Holtz dies, a lot of the time you don't get sentiments, so I thought that this would be perfect to bring in that vintage vibe of Tim Holtz and create some fun labels. So I am creating that and getting it done. So for the pumpkin, I'm going to do the label just Happy Halloween, and then I will share with you what I do for the cat cards here in a little bit. But first we are putting Happy Halloween, and I had some green, which was perfect because it goes with the green of the glasses and the bow tie. I love the 3D effect and embossed look of this. And then I went ahead and put some pops of color to add some more to this card, and then I'm adding in a pink circle for the pink kitty with the pink glasses and the pink bow tie. And then for the sentiment, use the Dymo tape label maker again, and I am doing Happy Halloween, you are one cool cat. So we're going to do that. So I used blue. I did not have pink label tape. I know that they sell it, but I used what I had on hand and made it work, and I like how the blue adds a little bit more color to the card. But once this is all adhered down, I'm going to go ahead and add some pink pops of color to this to add in more of the pink, give this card some more elements and some more fun 3D effects. And I felt like it still needed something. And the pops of color definitely bring it to life a little bit more. And then we will move on to the next card, And then I do something at the end to just finish it off. Even though I add in the sentiment and the pops of color, when I was done all of the cards, I still felt like it needed something else. Like something was missing. I needed to bring in something else. So you're going to see how I finish up these cards at the end and just finish them off. Now I totally could have left them just the way they are, but I like how they turned out in the end. I think it would be fun to create a slimline card with just a bunch of these different characters, like all cats, or a pattern of the different characters. And there's still 2 more characters that I did not create with. So doing a red circle here for the red cat, and then I will do the same thing, glue it down, add the sentiments in, and then some more pops of color, and then we will finish up all 3 cards with one more thing at the end. I also think that this die set could be used outside of fall and Halloween. The mummy shape is an oval, so you could use the pattern, the overlay for the like mummy element for an Easter egg and just switch up the colors and not add in the details. There's that. I think you could totally do that. I might revisit that idea come Easter. So I love how this one came together. The pop of red with the vintage Dymo label. It really stands out with the red of the kitty and the red circle for the kitty to hang out on. And then I'm adding in the pops of color, and I love how I added the pops of color around the circle this time as well, and above and below the label, the sentiment. It's just really fun and playful. It makes it so fun. So once this is done, we are going to add in that finishing touch and bring these cards to the finishing point. It's so hard sometimes to know when to stop. When do you stop? Do we need more sparkles? Do we need all the things? So I'm just flicking the pops of color to make the dots more flat. I did this on all of the cards, but because there was so much footage, you might not have seen that as we were going along. So I tried to include it, but tried to keep on moving and not be too repetitive in the process. So, to finish up the cards, we're going to do that here in a minute. I think that the red one could have been left alone the way it is. I really love the white and the red and the white of the label of the words on the red label. But I'm going to bring in my Memento Tuxedo black ink and just ink up the edges, distress it, and bring in some of the elements of the black details from the kitty. And I used to do this all the time with my cards, ink up the edges, bring them to life, and I feel like this makes the white stand out more, and I really, really like how it looked. So, did this to all 3 of the cards, and it just brings that white to the focal point with this by inking up the edges and giving it a little bit more. So that is going to finish up today's cards and today's video. So here is a close-up of all of the cards. So thank you so much for watching today's video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I have a few more fall cards coming your way, a few more Halloween cards, and then we will dive right into Christmas. And I've been crafting some ornaments and different do-it-yourself Christmas projects, so I'm thinking of sharing that with you too, figuring out the details and starting to film. So you definitely want to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload next, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.